Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. We left Berchtesgaden, but we're still in southern Germany in the region of Bavaria. We're actually not too far from the Austrian border. Today we are in the forest and we're just going to check out this waterfall which is close by to our park up. It's getting pretty cold now. We've been lucky with the snow this week. We haven't had much, but it's been raining quite a lot.
Today we're gonna tell you all of the reasons why we love van life, share our experience and perspective as well. So I think it's gonna be a positive one. Stay there. Woo. For those considering to start van life, if you love nature, just go for it and do it, because it is something that you will love, I think, because wherever you are always connected with nature. This is what we really love about doing this. It's because we get to come to places like this. Sometimes even from the van, you know, you get to see a beautiful view. So sometimes you don't even have to get out of the van to have a wonderful view and see some greenery, you know.
In fact, most of our park ups, especially here in Europe, will have a nice trail or hike close by. And this is extra special for us because we grew up on a tiny island where there wasn't really much nature, was there?
Yeah, there's no mountains and no forests, that's for sure.
So this is kind of extra special for us that we can wake up in places like this.
So last night we slept here. It was a very tranquil night. And this place as well is the starting point for many hikes.
Apart from nature, another thing I love to do is to drive. So I remember when I was 17 years old, I was waiting eagerly for my 18th birthday so I could get my first car. And since then I've just loved it really. And I remember when we used to like rent a car and travel, go like to the mountains. We used to have so much fun. We used to drive like hours on end, sometimes even like 6 hours, just to go to a location and go and check it out. So now I love the fact that I can drive our home around with us all over the world.
He loves driving and I love to look out the window and enjoy the scenic views.
And I keep my eyes on the road.
And believe me, some scenic views are so breathtaking.
It's pretty nice where we are now, to be honest.
Yeah, amazing. Right now we're on this mountain pass. There are plenty of snow on the sides of the road, but for us it's okay to drive here.
Yeah, it hasn't snowed this week, so
the road is clear. Wow.
It's cold. We just arrived at the lake. There were quite a few parking spots along the shore here, but I think this is the best one. We're along the main road, but on this side we've got a lovely view of the lake, and there's like this little pathway where you can walk out. And then in that direction there's the small village, which hopefully if we have some good weather tomorrow, we'll go and check out.
Whenever we arrive in a parking spot, I love to look out from this window because I have this bench here. And it's so beautiful to look out the window, especially from this small one. You get to see the whole view. So nice. 5! The best thing about this parking is because it's free and it comes with a beautiful view. Look outside, how nice that is. Woo! We got Chris here. What are you doing?
Preparing for night. For night time. It's my nighttime routine. Close the curtain. And we have privacy.
Yep. really nice out there. There are some beautiful benches, some trees. It's well maintained. The path is really beautiful. Some ducks as well, and horse shit.
So this is Holly's routine, telling us she's been a good girl and that she wants a treat.
So before we left, I told my friend to do a collar for Holly, and she also gave me this. Basically, it's a robe that you put around you, and this is very good during winter time. And then I put her on the lead, and that's it. I don't
keep your
have
hands
to.
in your pockets.
Yeah, I don't have to keep the leash, and my hands are always warm because I get to put them in the pockets. Really good.
Now this for sure has to be my #1 reason why I love van life. Cup of tea on the go.
Something always falls.
Okay, Holly, calm down. Just got dark outside and it's a really nice peaceful parking here because the cars have calmed down and there's not really any people about either. So since we've been living in the van, we've been eating like different food, because when you travel from country to country, like the main stuff you find in the supermarket, but there's always like that variation. So it keeps it always interesting because you're always eating something slightly different. So we're having some chicken, some peppers. You got it in a sandwich, I've got it in a wrap.
Something else that I really love is that when you live in a van, you get to eat everywhere. Like if you're driving, for example, 5 hours and then you stop in a lay-by and eat there.
Yeah, you can
That's
just
so
stop and
cool.
eat when you want.
When we have like park ups with a lovely view outside, you know, you always get to enjoy it even more because it's like...
Yeah, the food always tastes better.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to travel before, we used to eat a lot out and you're always eating like rubbish because you'd be driving, you'd be tired, you just want to buy something quickly.
Yeah.
And in some countries it's hard to find places open at certain times.
Oh, look at that. When I used to live back home, I used to go to the supermarket and buy a lot of groceries, and some of them, they used to lay there, you know, in the fridge or in the cabinets for months without using them. And now I find it very efficient because now I go to the supermarket, I buy what I need, and that's it, which is really good.
Yeah, we only get like once every few days. We have some stuff in the freezer, obviously, so if we're caught out, we'll have something to eat. I'm really enjoying, like, we don't always eat healthy all the time, but at least now we're like in a proper kind of little routine. We're never in a routine, but where food's concerned, at least we're just eating like,
and it's healthy
chicken,
as
meat,
well.
yeah.
You know, we don't buy junk food from or deliveries, you know.
Yeah, we haven't had one in ages.
Takeaways. Oh. So this is really good. So quiet now.
A young wolf, cedar, a carcass on a small island.
And that was an episode of what's the name of the series? That
Yeah, we just
saw?
watched an episode on Netflix.
The Island of Seawolves, and it was absolutely incredible. Huh?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it's not just about the wolves, but all the different animals that live there on Vancouver Island. It was good.
And the drone shots and the cinematic scenery that was in it was absolutely epic.
So nice. These type of like nature documentaries, I have no idea how they managed to get the shots. And then on top of that, they build like all these different stories. Amazing.
Really beautiful, yeah. So now it's time for us to sleep. Looking forward for tomorrow to see the sunrise.
Yeah, we want to see the lake because today it was a bit cloudy and rainy. So we're thinking tomorrow if we have some good weather, wake up early and check out the lake.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's so pink out there. It's so beautiful. And the fact that we're here right by the lake, it's so fantastic. So great to be in the van, looking outside the window. Wow. So last night we had a good night's sleep here. All of the cars stopped passing by and it was so tranquil. We had a lot of stars in the sky as well. It was really nice. So this is the tea for Chris.
Thank you.
What do you think, babe, about the Spark Cup?
Yeah, it was very nice. Really nice night, quiet. And to be honest, like, this is another thing that we love about van life, that we're kind of on location already. So this morning, what time is it? 8 o'clock. We just got up like at 7:30 and we were here already. And I love the flexibility that we have, that yesterday it was kind of bad weather, so we could actually stay here. And today we've got like a nice sunrise and we can see the lake in its beauty, really. And then like now we can stay here or even move on. I love that we have that flexibility.
This is our house, so we can go wherever we like with it.
He's frozen outside. There's frost on the grass. The lake looks slightly frozen as well in parts, but the sun is coming out now. Look at that cute village over here with the church. We'll go and check that out later.
Take it. Take it.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Important ones.
What a fantastic day by the lake. It's so sunny today.
Yes, and this is what we love about Germany, because there are so many surrounding lakes here in this area.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot more open for motorhomes and vans, because you see them everywhere here.
Yeah, we just saw one in the playground as well. It was parked there on its own, which is good for us. When we see something like this, we're so happy.
And we've noticed as well, there's less like no camping signs.
Yes, and last night we stepped really well as well, huh?
Yeah, so definitely a good thing there.
That's a good girl. So peaceful here, huh? I really love it. This lake is called Schliersee. The sun is with us, so it's warming up our bodies a bit. Yeah, and we're loving it.
It's very cold though, like at night it's always going below zero now,
yeah.
Like -4, -7 when you stay like at low altitude, because obviously up in the mountains it's much more cold. And
this morning we realized that Chris...
Yeah, we had a bit of a problem. So when we go back to the van, we'll show you what that is and see how we're gonna sort it out.
Holly's enjoying it as well.
She really loves it when we're at the lake or river. Obviously, living on an island, we used to take her swimming. Like when she was 1 year old, she jumped in for the first time off the rocks. And then since then, she's never looked back, really. She really loves the water. Go, Holly, go. Kind of to carry on with what I mentioned yesterday, why we love traveling this way, because we can spend some serious time in each region. Where I think before, when we were traveling the conventional way, we would shoot from one place to the other, whereas now we can spend a few weeks in each region and really
experiencing it, yes, the full way.
Yeah, and kind of go deep. So in fact, even in our videos, in some cases, not always, we try to do like as many videos as we can from one region, rather than just making like a quick highlight video when there's so much to see when you kind of go deeper.
And you get to places like this where it's not very popular as well. Some of the houses here, they're huge and they are right by the lake, so they have access to go to the lake. Some of them are apartments or hotels, but they're so lovely.
You know, I mentioned I have a problem in the van, and it's up here. So basically today I went to get some clothes out and 2 of them were soaking wet. Now we think it's a condensation problem, but this morning we were a bit worried that maybe some water might be leaking, which obviously we need to sort out immediately if so. The strange thing is that it was the clothes that were on the bottom that were wet. So we're thinking it is indeed condensation. And then the other cupboards, they had like a little bit on the side. Obviously with the cold temperatures, it does make sense, but we're not 100% sure. So we're gonna keep an eye on it on the next few days and hopefully we don't have a leak. As you can see, I've stripped off. It's already hot here. And we love the fact that we can kind of heat up the van so fast, being such a small space. I think since we've been living in the van, we're also much better in regards to energy and water in general, in regards to our usage. We're more conscious of what we're using and we try and use kind of what we need instead of wasting water. And the same goes with electric. You're always kind of checking how much solar you've got. In the summer season, we generally rely as much as we can on solar energy, which is fantastic, I think. And yeah, in general, by living in a van, these things kind of come a bit more naturally. Charlene's cooking at the moment, so we're gonna have something to eat. And later on, we wanna go and check out the town, which is in the other direction.
I washed the dishes. Now I'm cooking some potatoes here. And this is the final result of the chicken pulo rice. I don't know if it should be like this, because it's a bit liquidy, but I think I have to drain it. And then that will be the final result. I don't know, we have to see. Apart from being in nature frequently, you get to see animals frequently as well. Different types of animals we saw on our trip so far.
Yeah, today we got ducks out the window. So at the moment I've got all my clothes hung up here, so maybe they dry a bit. But I think Miss Holly needs to get up now. So we go and check out the town. Holly, you coming with us?
Come. So van life is not only good for us, but even for Holly, because she's loving it. She enjoys watching the dogs, going after the birds, and also meeting other dogs. She's definitely more active than she used to be.
So we just made our way through to this like little beach here, and we've got a perfect view of the lakes and the mountains in the opposite direction. We can also see the van as well. So as we're walking through the streets of Schliersee, we can see that all the hotels and all the houses have all got paintings on the side, and they're so beautiful in typical Bavarian style. So you've got 2 lovers here by the tree. You've got someone with his dog, a nice view of the lake. These guys are just having fun on the stage. Good vibes. And we've seen these large pillars in every town here in Bavaria, so I think it represents something to do with the town. Each of them are very similar, but they all have their different colours and different coat of arms.
It's so beautiful now. We can see the mirror effect on the lake. It's really nice.
Oh, we're nice and toasty in here now.
Yeah, I'm not going to take this off because it's so warm.
So what I do in the motorhome, as soon as I get in, I change back into my shorts because the temperature in here is always about, I don't know, 20 degrees at least.
Yeah, I always keep it on 4. And we always have fights because he's the one who's putting it like on 2. I don't know.
Yeah, but now I've just learned. I just put on my shorts and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think we were going to mention another thing about van life, right? So in this video, we wanted to give you like a lot of the positives, a lot of things that we kind of love about this lifestyle. Obviously, along with that, there's also some other things which maybe we don't love too much.
Yes, but that will be in another one,
We'll
right?
do another video about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. We'll leave that for another video, so we
Yes.
keep this one positive.
Yes. So this one is like sharing our experience
Yeah,
of van
definitely.
life, of being away from our family as well.
Exactly.
You don't need to forget that, you know.
Yeah, it can be
because-
totally different for everyone. So if you're looking to kind of either rent a van for a few weeks or else convert a van or buy a motorhome, whatever, to go off like for a year or two, it's a totally different experience as well, because you're kind of on a limited time.
Yeah,
and
so
you
you
go
want to
in-
go everywhere.
Yes, we met a few people that were like even back in Turkey or even here in Europe.
A lot of Germans, they do that as well. After they study, they go for a 1 year off.
Yeah, and we'll be like discussing our plans, and we'd say, okay, so we're going to be here for the next 3 months, and then and they'll be like, oh, next week we're going to Turkey, the week after we're going to there, the week after we go, and it's obviously just all
Yeah.
kind of rush. Whereas we're kind of trying to
Take it slow.
Take it slow.
Yes, but we work as well.
work
For
as
them,
well.
it's
We love
completely
this
different.
lifestyle, and I think what we find difficult at the moment, because even before we were in the van, we were traveling quite a lot. So it's been like for the last 5 years. You kind of get a bit of fatigue as well.
Yes,
So when you
from
kind of
traveling.
see a beautiful place, and you don't get as excited as you used to be because you've seen it over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why we enjoyed Turkey so much, because it was kind of like a breath of fresh air, seeing something different, meeting different people. And then here in Europe, we kind of feel like we're at home because we've spent so much time here. But then it's like moments like today, you kind of reconnect with the place, and I really enjoyed it here.
Yes, this place is epic. So beautiful. Yeah. A lot of van lifers out there are doing it different than we are doing it. Maybe because they have a different van, you know, maybe because they're not away from their family like we are. There are so many different type of people that are doing van life and that can do van life as well.
Yeah, definitely. And we chose to
And-
like get a motorhome because we wanted to do it long term.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think in
why.
regards to space, we're really blessed. Like we've got
Yeah.
our own shower and toilet. Motorhome's quite big. We've got enough space, and to be honest, there's never been a point where we're like, I wish I was back home, for example, because honestly, we have everything with us. There are some things that crop up as you go along, which we'll talk about maybe in another video. But
Well, sometimes I wish to have one of those vans, you know, where you can open the back door and have that beautiful view right from your bedroom, you know.
Yeah.
But here we have this
window.
window, so I
Makes
think it
up for
does
it,
the
makes up for
job.
It does make up for it, but again, you have to choose. If we were going like for 6 months to do like a quick trip, then definitely would have
Yeah,
went for
then
something
our
smaller.
experience would be totally different if we do that. And the reason why we chose to live this life is because back home we had completely different
Oh
lives.
yeah, of course.
It was nice, but then, you know, the 9 to 5 job wasn't really nice. Paying the loan wasn't really nice as well.
Yeah, we much prefer living as we are now, debt-free.
The weather, nature, you know.
Oh yeah, that as well.
We
yeah.
were so limited back home.
So van life has opened up so many doors for us,
Yes.
both in regards to finances and even nature and kind of traveling.
And that's why we love it. That's why we love it. To be honest, when we started, like before living in the van, I thought that I was going to have it a bit differently. We had to go with the flow and move everything around our work, you know. And
Yeah, exactly. Charlene likes to plan a lot as well.
Yes.
But obviously with this life, you have to plan, but you have to be very fluid as well.
Yes.
Because for us, sometimes we're filming like 2 vlogs in 1 week, so that then obviously we'll have one for the week after when I have to work on a project. And other times, for example, we're a bit more free or working on the laptop a lot. Weather decides a lot for us as well. Sometimes if it's like really bad weather, we won't really be able to get outside and film much, so we spend that time in the van working
so
on the
we
laptop.
have to adapt.
Yeah, it always changes.
Yes.
So no week is like the other.
And that's something that we learned as well.
Yeah, I love it though. Like for me, that's why I love this really, because you never know what's gonna happen next. Even like for later on this year, we've got quite a few plans, but nothing is set in stone yet because
No, we
anything might
haven't-
change.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet where to go.
So yeah, but I think we've mentioned most of the reasons, at least, why we love van life. I think that's it for today's video.
That's all.
If you've made it this far, hit the like button if you enjoyed watching, and then we'll see you in the next week for another one.
Ciao.
Bye.